Hi everyone, my name's Norma Strang. You may have seen my recent posts about the workshop that I'm going to be doing here on the island of Nusa Lembongan for a Bikram Yoga revival. So I thought I would just come on and do a little video and explain why I've decided to do this and what I'm going to do. So I had 4 yoga centres in Australia back in, the first one I opened in 2005 in Melbourne, and I had a lot of experience gained during that time because there weren't a lot of Bikram teachers trained back then, and I had to bring in a lot of people from Canada and America and then start to train up or mentor the Australian teachers. So I had a lot of experience in mentorship. And as it turned out, people would contact me and say, can you do me? Because what I used to do is basically take their class and tell them everything that they were missing and what they needed to do to get it, to become a better teacher. And that just was by default. So I worked out that I probably sat down one-on-one with over 100 Bikram teachers during that era. Now, since that time, I sold my last studio in 2014 and been practicing here and there, especially since I've been traveling. And guys, I have to say it saddens me. It really saddens me what has happened to the teaching. And I know there's been a change in the timing that you're doing, which is another thing that I find. You know what I thought about yesterday? I thought, how do I explain this to them? If somebody gives you a recipe for an amazing cake that is just the best cake ever, why would you change it? Why would you put it in the oven instead of 90 minutes for 60 minutes? It's not going to be the same. And this is what I find. I've practiced 60 minutes. I've done it because there's sometimes the only time in a studio that's available. But I'll tell you what you don't get with a 60-minute class. You don't get the Bikram buzz. And that's what makes people come back. And this is why people would say back then, when Bikram was at its peak and it was the most popular yoga in the world, guys, remember? It was because they got the Bikram buzz. And that's because all the components of that recipe were there. And I was very, very strict on those teachings, that the heat had to be right. Now, I've been in studios where it's so hot and there is no oxygen, and I just see beginners in the back row absolutely dying, and they will leave and they will never come back because the teacher hasn't been basically shown and taught about heat and about the fact that you need oxygen levels, and to be able to read a room and to be able to read your students and go, whoa, that one's gonna hit the deck in a minute, I better head up there and open the window beside her. That is so missing, guys. And the other thing I've noticed is that there is no explanation of why we're doing this practice. Your studios should be jam-packed full. Your classes should have a waiting list. If people actually knew what this yoga does, there should be a waiting list. The problem is your teachers are not telling people why they're doing this. I have very rarely heard anyone mention the medical benefits of the postures. If you want someone to know and get the benefits, they have to know what they're doing and why they're doing it. I've seen people that have been lazy in a posture, and I've said, oh, this particular posture will help you with your thyroid gland if you're feeling like you need to lose weight, and they usually are at that point. And I've seen them change their posture and do it better. So these are the kind of things our teachers need to be doing. So this workshop is really about bringing back the original practice and all the components of that, so that when people come to your studios, they get the real recipe. They get the real benefits because your teachers are teaching properly. The other thing I really want to get over to people is that the whole Bikram sequence that was put together by Bikram, there is nothing else that does this, guys. And I'm speaking from experience. I had a big break, got back in and just noticed 3 days my body's better. 3 days my digestion's better. So all of these people that did Bikram Yoga many years ago and have given it up, you guys should be coming back. Your teachers should be getting those people to come back, and because the body remembers. I won't go into the whole politics of what's happened with the whole the Bikram world. I just want to enthuse people to teach the right way, because when you teach the right way, you give people a recipe for profound healing. Profound healing, guys. There is nothing in this world that does it. I'm telling you that. I'm a health coach. I do detoxification. I do fasting. I do all these things. There is nothing quicker to get your body into shape and your biochemically, physically, emotionally, mentally than Bikram Yoga. I'm telling you that right now. After all these years of teaching it, mentoring the teachers, watching the students, and seeing the difference between what's happening now with the people that are teaching and what they're delivering, huge difference. So if you as a studio owner want to get a little bit of passion back, or you want to send your teachers to come on a 5-day program with me, I will be doing them regularly. We're going to start here on Nusa Lembongan, and who knows where this will go. I really want to bring the passion back to what this yoga can do. So send your teachers to me. Some of the studio owners in Melbourne used to go, just go to Norma for a week, she'll sort you out. And that's exactly what I'll do. I'll sort you out to get back to teaching the way that this yoga is supposed to be taught. I look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, I welcome them. My email is info@normastrang.com. Have a beautiful day.